Have you heard what robot caused a $1 billion error? Want to know a new game-changing open source IDE for exploring and testing APIs? And have you seen how easy it is to now do security testing against Postman collections? Find out in this episode of the Automation and DevSecOps New Show for the week of February 19th. So grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea and let's do this. This episode is sponsored by the awesome folks at Applitools. Are you looking to take your automation projects to the next level? Look no further than Applitools and their visual AI validation testing. Trust me, it's a game changer. Plus, you could try it out for yourself by creating a free account now. Just click the link in the comments down below and see the difference for yourself. And while you're there, why not like and subscribe to get alerted every time I release a new episode. I'm back from a 3-week hiatus. I've been focusing on Automation Guild, but Automation Guild is over. So let's get back to the news. First up, automation news. Do you want to power your future in software development, engineering, and testing, and Q&A? Well, I have a great event that you have to check out and attend this year. So this is a great way to get connected and inspired and to sharpen your skills. We're going to have keynotes, hands-on workshops. We're going to have sessions with live Q&A from industry leaders and experts, including Lisa Crispin, Rex Jones, Erica Chestnut, Philip Herrick, Tariq King, Anand Bagma, Julia Pottinger, and Leandro Melendez, and more. And all registrants will also have access to the on-demand recordings and session materials from each of the 6 workshops with topics including head-on web testing with Cypress and with Playwright, getting started with visual testing, performance and load testing, API automation with JavaScript, and beyond unit testing, and more, plus a variety of interactive fun events, including Family Feud-style game shows and test knowledge pop quizzes. It's a must-attend event. You definitely should check it out. And the first comment down below, register now, and hope to see you there. So as you know, I'm always looking out for new tools, new technologies. So I just saw this announcement for a new test tool that you probably should know a little bit more about. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I missed 3 weeks of news shows. So here's a news item from 3 weeks ago in case you missed it. Tricentis test automation is finally here, and it's a SaaS-based automation solution with no-code test automation as its main feature. It uses a model-based testing approach, and you can actually get your hands on a free trial now to check it out for yourself. I've had the folks on Tricentis on my podcast talking about this, and now's your chance to try it for yourself by clicking, once again, on that first comment down below. There'll be a link directly to this LinkedIn post. Also, you must have heard about this. Not sure if you saw it last week, but this post is by Jason Arbin to a post on how one company's robot cost them $100 billion. So Apple Inc., Google, lost $100 billion in market value on Wednesday last week after its new chatbot shared inaccurate information in a promotional video at a company event failed to dazzle and feeding worries that the Google parent is that it's losing ground to its rival Microsoft Corp with its ChatGPT. So I think this error reflects a lot on how ChatGPT really is changing the game, how a lot of companies are trying to catch up now. And here's one example of one company trying to catch up with their competitor by releasing earlier than they should. And Jason Arbin actually points this out that said, ouch, testing and quality are even more important these days in the age of AI. Unfortunately, the market wanted them to release this feature too early before it's fully tested and ready. And the same market just punished them with a $100 billion loss. So a teachable event for anyone in software that's trying to release early and often to make sure you're not pushing it too much and that you are still testing, ensuring quality. Because if you get it out too early, your customers are not going to be happy and can actually have big monetary impacts on your company as well. Also last week, I noticed one of the companies we featured on the news show a few weeks prior is being featured on Product Hunt. And this is by the creator who said Headlamp is now available on Product Hunt. Like I said, this was a few weeks ago, but you could still support them by checking out Headlamp, downloading it, and leaving a review on your experience as well. So if you missed the previous show when we covered Headlamp, Headlamp places a marker next to every link, every input field, button. As you test each, it turns it into a check mark so that you can easily see which parts have been missed. And it helps collaboration with your team and to actually view charts to see progress with your testing. So a cool tool. I definitely think it's worth you checking out and also supporting them in their Product Hunt release as well. Another tool of technology that caught my eye is a new IDE that I think is going to help you with API testing. And this was posted by Mahesh, who says he is introducing Bruno, which is a game-changing open source IDE for exploring and testing APIs. And even though I know a lot of people here use Postman, I know a lot of their technology or the features are somewhat outdated. So Bruno is a new and innovative API client aimed at helping replace tools like Postman and similar tools out there. It helps you store collections directly in folders on your file system. It allows you to use plain markup language and also saves information about API requests. And you can use Git or version control of your choice to collaborate over your API collections. So if you're doing a lot with APIs, you're struggling with API collections, here's a tool that you definitely should check out for yourself. And you could find it in the first comment down below. So we didn't mention Tricentis earlier. You may not have known that they actually acquired Testim. I don't know if it was a year ago or half a year ago, but they just made a new announcement as well that if you're using Testim, you're going to be really excited about. And this is from LinkedIn from Sean, who says they're very excited to be supporting native mobile apps now. So if you want codeless authoring from physical or virtual iOS and Android devices, you can actually do a free trial for this as well. So if you're already using Testim, Testim Mobile adds extensive mobile testing features to Testim that helps ensure smoother connectivity and better mobile testing experiences through codeless solutions for iOS and Android, native and web apps. If you followed me at Automation Guild this year, one of the biggest trends we've seen and one of the things I try to focus on was mobile testing, how I said it's going to really start exploding. And so I think this is a trend we're going to be seeing more and more of. Companies that may have started first as web only and now are going to expand into mobile as well. So definitely something else you should check out if you haven't checked out already. Next up, performance and site reliability news. So we picked on a little bit on Google, but how about Microsoft? Well, Scott Moore posts this article about another cloud outage and why it's important if you're a performance engineer or site reliability engineer or have anything to do with software resiliency, how you need to step up. So this article goes into detail how Microsoft's cloud services went down everywhere except China and was dead for several hours. And a lot of the services that run on SaaS like GitHub were affected. And it takes a deeper dive into Azure's single point of failure. And the article goes on to talk about what happened and how it could have been avoided. So thank you, Scott Moore, once again, for helping spread the word on software resiliency. So if you want to avoid issues like we saw with the last news article, I have a tool that might help you with that as well. And this is by Ashish. I actually was tagged on this by Naeem. So thank you, Naeem, for letting me know about this. But it's an announcement how Azure load testing is now available to everyone. And it's a fully managed load testing service that enables you to generate high-scale load, gain actionable insights, and ensure resiliency of your applications and service, regardless of whether or where they're hosted. So developers, testers, and engineering teams can use it to optimize application performance, scalability, and capacity. And you can check it out from the link in the LinkedIn post as well. So I think this is a tool you definitely should check out. If you have anything to do with software testing, like Scott mentioned, you really need to step up and learn more about these tools if you haven't, or techniques. And here's one way to do it, by learning a tool that can actually help you test to make sure your software is resilient. Next up, security testing news. So once again, we talked about this particular tool on a previous news show, but here's now a step-by-step guide to help you set it up and try it for yourself. So once again, here's a step-by-step process on how to set up Pynt to do security testing against Postman collections. So it goes over some quick API security testing introductions, goes over what is API security testing, why API security testing is important, what are the benefits of using API security testing, what is Pynt, I think I'm saying this wrong, Pynt setup, some great diagrams, and really step-by-step on how to get started with it. So if you're trying to get into security testing, you're already using Postman or Postman collections, here's a chance for you to start right now with the step-by-step guide. So for links of everything of value we covered in this news episode, head on over to the links in the first comment down below. And while you're there, make sure to check out our awesome sponsor, Applitools, free account offer, and discover how to take your automation testing to the next level, leveraging visual AI. So that's it for this episode of the Test Guild News Show. I'm Joe. My mission is to help you succeed in creating end-to-end, full stack, full pipeline automation awesomeness. As always, test everything and keep the good. Cheers.